So Brian, just a couple of questions for you so that if somebody hasn't heard of the Wickford Arts Festival before, why is this festival important?
Oh, it's the history and the legacy. So it actually began in like 1960, 61. Just a bunch of local artists in the village of Wickford. Robert McMeehan had this little gallery. It was called, literally was the Little Gallery. And right off of Brown Street, it's on Franklin Street, but no longer there. And they got together and said, hey, let's just do a sidewalk art, show.
Yeah.
And they just propped up their paintings on the trees. And, back then they had big old cars, right?
Yeah.
So, but then, so you think back to that if you can, like think about these giant cars and just putting their paintings out on the sidewalk. And maybe there was 40 or 50 artists. And now this year we're going to have about 200. I think the history and the rich legacy of how artists wanted to go into Wickford and make it kind of an artist village,
Mhm.
that's what's really celebrating. And it's the second oldest New England arts festival in New England outside of Mystic. So we're number 2.
Wow.
So it's just got that real legacy.
What kind of art are the patrons of the festival going to find?
Oh, yeah, so it's a fine arts festival. So we'll just start with painting, sculpture, prints, so some local artists people might recognize the name, like say, we'll call them veterans of the outdoor arts festival circuit, like Karen Murphy, Mike Bryce, Leo Donahue, Trevor
Mhm.
Simpson, very talented artists. I mean, we're talking about pieces. If you want to hang something in your home or in your business, these are the people you want to come to the festival and get it directly from them. And also, might I note, tax free. And we have some young artists, like artists who are, they're in their 20s, like mid to late 20s, and they're making a go at it, self-employed, setting up their tents at different, places around the state. So I'm sure you've been into Providence where there, sometimes there's pop-up events and all sorts of things. So another artist who organizes and is one of the artists is Mike Bryce. You might have heard his name.
Mhm.
He's a regular at the festival and other festivals around the state. So yeah, we've got a lot to offer. And then you have your fine art crafts. So if you don't want to spend $1,000 on a painting or 500 on a painting, you can probably walk away with a one-of-a-kind piece of jewelry for like, $50 to $100. So the Wickford Art Association produces the festival. We have a full-time executive director, Maria Masi. She's wonderful. I
Yes.
direct the festival. So I kind of come in and play an auxiliary role, but it's one of the most important for us fundraisers
Mhm.
for the organization, and clearly, one of the most prestigious events in the state that involves art. We have artists that have been coming back to the festival for like 30 to 40 years. And then the only thing, that's a little different now is that we moved from the village up to Wilson Park, but it's still technically on the edge of Wickford. And you could literally, it's about a 250-meter walk into the village
Yeah.
and you're there. Boom.
You need the space though. I mean, you guys, if this event, to our listeners, this is the event of the summer down in Wickford. I mean, you have
Right.
to see this. If you're looking for something to do, you got to check it out. July 8th and 9th,
Right.
right from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. There's going to be food. There's going to be art. There's going to be some fantastic people there to meet and to network with. And look, even if you want to window shop and support the cause by going in and telling people about it, please do. Our art scene is second to none here in Rhode Island, and we want to support these young, up and coming, and these veteran artists doing what they do so that they can keep doing what they do and giving us back with all of these wonderful visuals and fantastic pieces of art.